Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Know Your Worth. I am Will Johnson. Today, I have Charles E. Broadie II. He's going to tell you a little bit about his company. This is something new called I've Got Next. Starting a company, how we're going to get into a lot of it, how it started, the struggle, all of that. So go ahead and introduce yourself and introduce your company.
Well, first of all, I just have to say that the name of the show is awesome, right? I got next, right? Because I'm over here feeling like a rookie, but definitely going for the rookie of the year. So my name is Charles E. Broadie II. I'm straight out of North Carolina, Greensboro. A couple years back in 2016, to be exact, moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. I was at a place in life where I needed a redo. I just needed to start fresh. And I actually got up and moved from Greensboro without having a job, without even knowing what my next move was going to be. In that stage, I did find, something to pay the bills, something to make ends meet. It was a struggle point for me. Financially, it was a low place, but mentally, I was good. And that was weird in itself because I'm used to, the opposite. But I worked that job for about 9 months before I landed where I am now. And in there, I started at the entry level. I had aspirations of advancement and growth from the beginning. So I learned the business. I learned what it took. I asked the right questions to the right people, and I established some resources. And I found that to be important. Some of those resources from those very first days that I was with the company, I still use those. Okay. So anytime that you're in any walks of life, you need people, you need resources, you need to be able to have a conversation. Okay. So I was able to grow up a step or two up the ladder a little bit to the role that I'm currently in, which I'm a supervisor in customer service. I've been doing that for about 5 years. Okay. So during that time, we can always be at a place and know there's something more for us. So there's been several different businesses opportunities that have gone through my mind because I'm an entrepreneur by nature, I believe. I just believe that it was in my blood. I may be late to the party, but I'm here. Okay. Some of those did not work out. Some of those I just could not get going. But I'm at a stage now and have found something where I'm ready to get it going and off the ground. I can't wait. It's called 44 Sticks. 44 Sticks is a mobile cigar experience, meaning that I have a trailer that I'm upgrading and doing some things to currently where we can come out to events, whether it's a corporate event or a wedding reception or there's a pop-up shop, any opportunity that I can bring a cigar, bring a stick. That's the things that 44 Sticks will be. Okay. And not only will we be mobile, we'll be online. And it's a grind, right? Since January, since the idea and it came, I've been working towards it. And things such as, making sure that you have the proper paperwork filled out. And, that's a challenge within itself. And I thought I was good at one time, and then I learned I had to have another certificate. And that's when I had to go in and fill that out. And each time you fill out some paper, they want a little bit of money with the paper, So getting it off the ground has definitely been some challenges, but I look at those challenges as really opportunities to learn. So for the next person, I can be the one that say, hey, make sure that you do this, make sure that you do that. Even coming up with the name 44 Sticks, it was a journey by itself, so I can tell someone else, hey, I wanted a name just like that, and it didn't come like that. And I can tell them to be patient. You know what I mean? Let God show you. And that's what I had to do. And it came to me just like it was supposed to.
Absolutely right. I love what you just said. Number one, a lot of people think, oh, I just quit my job and I start my company. That is not realistic in a lot of different situations. It's not realistic in mine. I'm still grinding with both. And then, like you said, things just don't come to you. You have to work for them.
Correct.
Let me ask you, how did you come up with this idea? Like, was it, are you into cigars? Like, so it's a passion project, or how did you come up with just the whole mobile cigar shop?
All right. So I had to take you to the very beginning then.
Okay.
That's going to go back to 2006. Yeah, 16 years ago, I had my first cigar, and I was with my cousin in a country in Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Okay.
And what we do, it was a family reunion. And what some of us younger folks do, after we have dinner and we give all the hugs and kisses and we meet the people and all that, we go out and we do our own thing. Whatever that means, I ain't gonna jump into it. We go out and do our own thing.
Right.
Well, at this particular time, my cousin, I love to death, Bill, he had some cigars for us. And he said, I brought some cigars down from Maryland. I want y'all to try. You know, we picked out one. As a matter of fact, this one that I have right here is a Romeo and Julieta. It was the same brand. It was a different stick, but the same brand that I had as my very first cigar.
Okay.
And not knowing how to smoke, not knowing anything about it, I took a big pour and I inhaled and got a lung full of smoke. And I think I'm still coughing from that smoke right there. But I could not catch my breath with it. They laughing at me, because I didn't understand it. But after I came to and got myself together, I could feel that this is something that I enjoyed. So over the time, those 16 years, smoked more and more. It went from special occasion type of thing. It went from being on vacation, sitting out on the beach somewhere, let me have a little pull, to more frequent, and so I have a passion for cigars and a lifestyle, especially for those that's getting started in that lifestyle, to understand it more. So that's what 44 Sticks will bring. It's a lot of learning opportunities to know, okay, this is the proper way to do this. In the cigar culture, you shouldn't do this, the do's and don'ts, the how-tos, all those things like that. So getting to your question now, in December of last year, 2021, I attended an event, and there was actually a cigar person there, and he had a little stand set up, and I found that fascinating. I talked to him, and I went home that night, and people laugh at me because going home after that event, I called everybody I could. Yo, I just saw the coolest thing. I'm gonna get in this. And actually, late that night, I woke people up. Hey, wake up! I just saw the coolest thing. I'm gonna get into that. And from December, it was like in January, start of the year, you got to do it. You got to do it. What do I need? Do I pick up books? I learn more about cigars, period, because we can never know. We can never know enough information. Somebody said, the more we learn, the less we know. And I find that to be so true. So I picked up books, started reading about it. Same time, I'm trying to learn about the business life. So I have a few mentors, I consulted with some people. All those things were valuable for me to learn about the business lifestyle. And then more on the roll of cigars, I spoke with some people and they were like, you need to do this and you need to do that. And so putting it all together, even with the name, in January 28th is my birthday. And of course I turned obviously 44 this year. And 4 has always been my number because 4 means culture. 4 means freedom culture. And that's exactly what this means to me. I have not felt as free as I have in life than I am now. And I think that's due to 44 Sticks and the freedom culture. And I'm in the red, I'm trying to get started, but I still just feel so like a bird. Like I know what's to come. I can't be stopped. I got next.
Man, I love that story. I love what you just said. I'm next. I'm in the red because that's how everybody starts. You are dishing out money left and right.
Oh, absolutely.
Secretary of State, the EIN is free. Getting everything set up, the bank is free for the most part, unless you get the credit and start doing. Like, it's so many different things.
Correct.
That you have to touch to be able to start, to have a legitimate business. So let
Yes.
me ask you this, because I have a close friend,
Uh-huh.
barber. His name is BK, and he has a mobile barber shop. Coolest thing I've ever seen. So I'm asking you because I know where his came from. He just doesn't want to be stuck in one place and have people come to him. How did you come up with the mobile idea to this?
Yeah, I memean, similar to him, I just feel like with BK, how he don't want to be stuck in one spot. I want to spread. I'm a person that feel like I'm the people's champ. Now it's self-proclaimed. No one ever gave me a belt to say the people champ, but I feel like that's what I can bring. So with 44 Sticks, we want to be all over North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Orlando, and I say Orlando because I just went down there and met some really good resources. But New York, wherever the situation calls for, we want to be right there. So it does provide that freedom to not be stuck in one spot. And when I say stuck on, no offense or anything like that. I just mean I'd rather have a opportunity where I can go here and go there and meet new people and able to show them 44 Sticks, because again, it's just not a cigar bar. It's a brand, it's a lifestyle, it's a full circle of how this tobacco was once grown out the ground. Because there's a passion that I have of just the earth and soil and climate, to have this cigar freshly rolled in my hand right now. At some point in time, somebody's hands was real dirty to make my clean hands enjoy this stick.
Tell me, how long did you have to research? Because that's something a lot, like if companies, I believe that's when they fail, is they just jump in. They don't sit there and they go through every little thing to figure it out, whether it's website, social media. Do you have the right people around you?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is doing this? What did they mess up on that I can perfect or build upon so I don't go the same way? Like how long and like what type of things did you study?
Well, first of all, like I said, this is not my first project, right?
Okay.
This is the farthest I've been with a project because exactly what you're saying. I didn't know the ropes. I didn't know what to do. So I just kind of jumped out there. And the next thing I know, as those rocks start coming at you, those speed bumps, I didn't have the wherewithal to go past that. Okay. With this one, it was totally different, right? So when I first started the idea, it immediately research came. I mean, that night I'm looking up mobile cigar bars and I'm researching, the actual product. Then I'm researching the business itself. I'm researching names and what is in a name. I have good people around me. And that's one thing that we have to understand. We are as strong as our team. Now, it's not a group of 12 people that say 44 Sticks, here we go. But what it is, it's different people that that I've engaged along the way of life that I have reached out to, and I'm not going to call any names, but it's just people that I can call to talk to me about this. I had a consultant that just helped me out in so many different areas, not about cigars, but about business. I have family that have their own businesses and they're able to say, hey, you need to do this. Have you considered that? And the difference in me this time is my humility and my ability to listen. I definitely wanted to make sure that I utilized people that knew more than I did, okay? Especially about the business. The cigars, I study cigars all the time. I have several books that I read. I watch all kind of videos with cigars. That's me doing it myself. Although I've reached out to people in the cigar industry that know more than me, naturally, but it was more about the business and here you go. Let's get this thing going.
Got you. Talk a little bit more about team. I will say this. I had this idea in my head for like 5 years. Two younger brothers both started companies before me. Almost got to the point of cussing me out. Like, boy, if you don't go ahead and do this, seriously, like to the point of cussing me out.
Uh-huh.
Close friend over at Global Placement Services. Dr. Penelope Laws is another one. Made me get online, made me take it more seriously. Like, like you said, you're only as strong as your team and the people who'll say, "Oh no, you can't quit now. Keep it
Mm-hmm.
going. We don't quit yet. It's not time. It's not quitting time." Things like that. So I love that story about that. Tell me, you can tell me about a previous business or this one. Those times where you're almost ready to quit. What
Oh,
keeps you going?
oh, well, I'm a stay right here where we are with 44 sticks. Although I've never been to the point where I'm going to hang it up, there's definitely been some rough patches, some rough moments. Like I said, we have a trailer that's coming right now. It's coming over from overseas. And in that, I looked at the receipt the other day where the trailer was paid for in March. I still don't have the trailer today, they had some COVID situations that happen. It's sometimes it's hard to reach out to people there, and it just finally got on the water on the way to me within the last week. So just something like that. Not although it wasn't a quitting moment, it's like, man, this thing is difficult. I'm talking to people, we don't even speak the same language, and I need something from them based on already paid for. So that has been a challenge. Sometimes I don't get much sleep at all. I'm up in the wee hours of the morning studying or looking at some stuff, and that next day it's like, oh my goodness, I gotta focus for my 9 to 5, right? And then on the 9 to 5, some people get on your nerves, and you like, oh my god, what am I doing right now? But you can't. I'm not in position to quit the 9 to 5. For one, I need benefits, right? So simple as that right there. That's a big deal. So, I'm working both in conjunction. A lot of times I'm on the laptop at work for my 9 to 5 with my personal laptop right beside it while I'm going. And if you don't have that drive, if you don't have, I call them accountability partners. If what you was describing earlier, if you don't have those people in your ear, where we at? What we doing this week? What we looking to accomplish this week? Have you did this? Last week you said, where we at with, if you don't have those type of things going on, then you will find opportunities to actually not keep the momentum going. And when Uncle Mo slows down, it stops the drive. That's what will cause us to kind of give it up.